All right, welcome to another Woods Report. Didn't have this straightened out. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so we did our earlier today. We did our Kardashian, what you call it, update,
yeah.
And then in that one we did cancer. I don't know how we got on the subject.
I know. And Wendy chimed in because she said she's a survivor.
Right. So if you guys want to go back and look at that one, most of the video was talking about the cancer. It wasn't even talking about the Kardashians.
Don't have cancer. The mom just had a hip replacement.
Right. But I'm saying most of the video was talking about cancer. It wasn't even talking about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
So
then we're still in October, Cancer Awareness Month for breast cancer.
Right.
So maybe that's our reminder to
and then I was trying to ask you questions because I was saying being a cancer survivor, do you feel guilty for
if
people
who have passed
yeah, because everybody
exact same
right or worse, yeah, and you was worse or under. Because like Chadwick Boseman, he had third stage. You had fourth.
Yeah, you think about
so
fourth stage. You think, oh, that's a killer.
Yeah,
because it has gone to all other organs or whatever.
Right.
Wow.
So maybe that is our whole big talking about cancer thing because of October.
And being cancer awareness, you guys get everything checked as much as you can. I know there's some cancers you can't detect.
Right.
But just try at your best to do breast cancer. Even men. Come on now, brothers.
Prostate
and
cancer.
Breast cancer for men.
Men. Oh yeah, men have breast cancer.
I think
too.
Richard Roundtree had it.
Yeah.
Or Mr. T.
Mr. Who?
Mr. T. Didn't he have breast cancer?
I don't know if it was breast. I know he had cancer.
He had cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know which one.
I don't want to put nothing on the man.
I know. Sorry, sir. He's a survivor, though.
Right. So I agree, but that's how we think. As I'm trying to let our 5 people come in or whatever. How many people still we normally get in? But let them come in and then.
Or people who come on who get upset because you make blanket statements.
What are you talking about?
I'm thinking that one guy you said made his little comment. How dare you talk about all men?
Oh,
we
about
have to
black
put disclaimers, you guys. You know, we don't. If you don't fit that description, don't get upset.
Yeah, when people say stuff like black people or white people,
I know, we're trying our best to say some,
and you don't fit. I'm not.
Kim doesn't,
and you don't fit
some or most or the ones I know.
If you don't fit that category, then we're not talking.
I know it's
like
moron. That song "Scrubs."
Do you fit moron? When I say moron, if you don't fit it, then it's not
TLC
you.
Came out with "I don't want no scrub."
Yeah,
guys were actually mad about.
Why
that
you
song.
mad? She's not talking about you.
She said you're not a scrub.
Maybe they are. See, that's what I'm saying. You mad if you fit that
onto something.
Yeah. So, we're talking about scrubs.
Oh God!
You can start off with your first story.
I just wanted to briefly show a photo because Whoopi was one of the ladies. I was surprised. First of all, I was surprised that Ted Cruz, Tim, Lord, who cares if his name is wrong? He came on. He was actually coming on because he has a book.
That's why he comes
on The View, but some people don't even want to come near The View because they know they'll rip you apart. They'll rip you apart.
If I'm coming to sell a book, I don't care.
But you know what? It's so funny because when he sat there and he started to talk and they was doing, they little back and forth conversing. And hey, thank you, Ted, for being here. I know we don't agree on everything. We got difference of opinion. It was the audience that was hollering. It was the audience that was heckling. And Whoopi kept looking because Whoopi's like in her real state. I believe if Whoopi had her real time to say something, she would have said, "Would you shut the F? Let us do our job."
So she was mad that
she was mad because they were not letting the women do their job with asking this man questions.
Oh.
And I think they were hollering out, if you remember, was it something along the lines of climate change and the whole thing with climate and how a lot of Republicans, not maybe just him, but a lot of Republicans are kind of like not really feeling it. Yeah. So there was probably some people in that audience that they did not have a clue that would holler out. So as you can see the headline here, scroll down, Kim. Scroll down to the top. Scroll up. I'm sorry. Scroll up. Protesters disrupt Ted Cruz's interview on The View. Whoopi Goldberg reacts, "Let us do our job." She's fussing at the ladies. We understand, ladies. We understand. You got to go. So
they made
let us do our job. Yeah, of course they're gonna make them leave because they're still hollering.
Well, they was there as protesters
and screaming.
Yeah,
and who's to say you don't know when you are already screening your audience? Because we've been on these kind of shows.
You know who the guest is, so they came to protest.
But that was pretty much one of. It happened twice.
Well, you have to do a protest.
It happens
You let
twice.
the first people go out, and then the other people, they be quiet, and then they'll start.
And then they do their thing. Yeah, there you go.
You're supposed to do it in stages. Yeah.
But the one thing that really, it was two things I should say. Anna's a Republican. She was saying, I'm with you when we were with the Bush, because she was supportive of Bush as well. Mm-hmm. Joy would have been growling, but Joy's better with the Bushes now.
Joy wasn't there?
No, Joy wasn't there. Anna was there instead. So that's
Joy probably didn't want to be there because Ted Cruz was on there.
I think that's why they have 6 women, because it gives them time to take off and rest.
Right.
Because Anna is going to be Republican, Alyssa's going to be Republican, but she pretty much confronted him. They showed a clipping of 2016. Remember when Mr. Ted Cruz was running?
Yeah.
And Comb Over made fun of him.
He talked about him, his wife, everybody.
His wife is ugly.
Called his wife ugly.
Anna said,
called him fat and ugly. He don't care.
She said, you're a different tune now.
Well, because he has to have the Trumpsters.
This is a new Ted Cruz.
Yeah,
pray tell.
Ted Cruz if you have to look up the word politician, he's that guy. He says whatever.
A true politician.
He's a true.
Whatever's needed. He says whatever's needed and whatever to get the votes and maintain the votes.
Like he was on his way out of the country when the tornado or whatever hit.
Right.
Hurricane
in
hit.
Texas.
Yeah, and then that was years ago, remember? And then he said, no, I was just going to take my kids over there. I was coming back anyway. You lying.
Whatever answer he feels will help him and keep him current. Keep
Ted
him
Cruz.
Okay when nobody's threatening his life.
Yes.
And saying, you boo, you're not over with Comb Over anymore.
And he doesn't understand that by doing that, Comb Over disliked him even more, because now you don't even have no backbone.
Yeah,
at
really
least if you was the opponent, I could at least respect that. Yeah, but you'd have no.
But
backbone.
he used the favorite old reason why he feels that because Trump was nominated as the president, I am going to support him, even though we don't always. Morally, he has some issues, and I'm still not upset. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt and sit down from the position, because I want to also help the people of Texas. That same old politician answer. Yeah, fine. So we get it. That was one thing. Another thing, they were coming at him with the whole January 6th issue.
He don't care about that.
Comb Over, avoiding the subpoena.
What did he say?
He's not going. Okay, like most politicians, they avoid the question.
Did they let him avoid
throw it on the opposite? Obama did it. He didn't. When he was asked to come and do a subpoena to come, he didn't come.
What about
and
the
everybody
January
was sitting there going like, "What the heck?"
What
is
about
this
the
man
January 6th?
He never answered.
That's what I'm saying.
He never answered. He avoided the questions. Alyssa got him. She said, "I supported the president as well." The people came in threatening the man I was supporting, the vice president, because she was supporting Pence at the time. And she said, how do you justify that? How do you say the Democrats did similar, or they did something, and you're not making what's the word? You're making excuses for what was done on January 6th. So he's always about excuses. He showed his true color. I don't even think he's a politician anymore.
Well, he's
because they're a politician.
See, Wendy says hello, Star.
Hey.
She said, I lost respect for him when he let Don the Con call his wife ugly.
Yes.
He reminds me of Grandpa Monster. He's so creepy and devious.
Yes, he is.
He does look like Grandpa Monster.
Like Grandpa Monster on the Addams Family.
At least
on the Monsters. On the Monsters.
But at least Grandpa Monster, you knew what he was going to do.
And he was funny. I like Grandpa.
This guy
is he has no backbone.
They gonna keep voting for him now.
Oh, I hope he does.
Is he running?
Is he running?
Maybe not this time, but every time he runs, he wins.
Oh my goodness!
It's up to the people. They let him,
and he feels, of course, that the Republicans are going to win. And they also asked him, is he a denier? Does he feel that Biden won? And he finally answered that. He said Biden is the president now, and yes, as far as
he has to
moving on with
because
that.
If you say that he's not, then you're saying the elections are rigged, which means that the election that's coming up, you can't say if y'all win that it's accurate.
See,
but so now they turn and they change the
trying to change it
because it's too close to the election.
They're waiting to see who wins.
Then they'll go back and say, "Well, it is rigged."
Election deniers again. Oh, you guys got this rigged again because none of us won, or only 2 of us won.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Republicans will get.
You think they'll?
Yeah,
win
I think
they'll
majority.
They'll get the seats.
I don't think people going to vote Democrat.
Control of the seats,
and the ones who are Democrat or whatever. whatever, most of them just won't vote.
Yeah. So that was the big...
Wendy says he also literally pushed his wife out of the way to get to somebody in the audience. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's
that
not
just
a nice
shows
man.
the lack of respect. If he ain't gonna take up for her, if he does that,
well, he probably thinks his wife is ugly.
He probably thinks she's ugly.
Yeah,
he may be having an affair as we speak.
If Trump called his wife ugly and he didn't say nothing, he probably was like, I was waiting on somebody to tell her that.
Okay,
like I can't say
Trump
that.
Talks about everybody's wife. He talked about Bernie Sanders' wife. Everybody has this drop dead gorgeous wife. Yeah, so he figured I could talk about everybody's
ugly,
wife.
Everybody's this, wife everybody's that. Yeah. And he's a name caller. I can't say anything because I'm a name caller. I call people morons. Yeah. I call people stupid, morons.
But you know what?
I'm a name caller. So I understand it, but you respect people more who have a comeback. Yeah. More than just kind of trumble down
out all kinds of crap.
Like I called this guy a moron recently.
Yeah, I told her she didn't.
No, you don't know about this.
Oh, it's another
This
guy?
Is on a comment. That's why I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you called so many morons.
I
don't know.
So he was saying it was on the Kanye West thing. Okay. And he commented and said, well, how many posts do you do about black people being mistreated or whatever? And so I thought he was saying
have to post that?
I thought he was saying that to me. So I said, if you go back and look at our videos or whatever, we talk about black and black and mistreated or whatever. Everybody. I said, you are a moron.
You know what?
I said, you're a moron. Get off my page. And I'm leaving the comment up because I want everybody to see how stupid you are. So he came back and said, that was directed towards the other person. I wasn't directing that towards you.
See, that's just wrong.
He said, FYI, I'm not a moron.
You know what?
So then I replied. So I replied back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry.
See,
I thought you were saying that to me.
That's what you get.
And if you was, then you are a moron.
That's what she get.
I said I'll leave it up here so people can see.
I keep telling her
that I don't think you a moron.
Don't call everybody a moron, even if you don't know who they talking to. They could be agreeing with you. Yeah, Miss Kim, you right. You moron too. But I'm agreeing with you, Miss Kim. I'm not a moron.
He should have made it more plain then, because I didn't know who that was towards.
Oh God.
So anyway,
thank you, sir. Clarify yourself. Thank you. Nice. Don't put everybody in a moron box. Well, because everyone's not a moron.
Well, I'll come back.
But speaking of morons, this is my is a segue.
Oh, you got a segue
into my next one.
Go ahead.
Which will be segue into what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Because Whoopi had made a comment about comb over. Mm-hmm. Not that it had never happened before comb over. Mm-hmm. Comb over made it very comfortable to spew lies and mean and hatred on races of people. And she feels when they started talking about the Kanye thing, because the whole thing with Kanye was hate group now is hanging anti-Semitic pro-Kanye banners.
Saying we agree with Kanye.
And she's saying, do you know where that all began? Old comb over kind of set the tone. Talk about Mexicans.
Well, remember
talk about shithole countries.
Remember, he said that comb over was his dad.
Yes.
So you learned from your
dad's spirit.
You got your dad's spirit.
Yeah, buddy. But they talked about a little bit about Kanye. The funny thing, though, because we all can talk about Kanye until Jesus comes back, and I'm hoping Jesus comes back really quick and just.
I don't want Jesus coming back.
I'm just saying, if he does, I'm gonna be ready. I'm not saying I'm not ready.
Right, go ahead.
But the question, the comments that they were making, Sonny kept saying, "Is there no one around him to help?"
They are. He don't listen.
And as they were talking back and forth, she just kept saying that. Does he have anybody that can pull his shirt tail?
He don't listen.
Sarah said, no more excuses.
No more.
There are,
because we used to say that, and we see people saying stuff, but he don't listen.
She said mental illness used to be not anymore, Kanye. She said there are mentally disturbed people who don't fuss and scream.
And I told
racism.
And I told you, people who know him said before he goes online or whatever, he knows that he's saying something controversial, and half the stuff he says he doesn't believe. So that's why I'm saying it's not mental illness. He's doing it on purpose.
Well, that's worse. It's worse if he's doing it on purpose.
Well, he's an idiot.
Yeah, because
that's why I said that's the way.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying how smart he is. He's a genius, and you know what I realized? It's people who keep telling him he's a genius. People keep telling him that he's a genius and that he's smart. What are you doing?
Keep going.
Oh,
keep going.
People keep telling him how smart he is and that he's a genius. And so that's why he believes it. If people keep telling you something over and over again, you start to believe it.
I know the word of God talks about being foolish and how just the whole Proverbs talks about being a fool and thinking that you're okay, but you're foolish. And I'm thinking now he doesn't realize that the enemy is making him look like a fool.
Well, the Bible talks about fools and a foolish man and
soon shall depart. I mean, come on, Kanye, you're being used even in your right mind.
Well, he's black now, so it don't matter.
But
the black guys, not all. Don't, God forbid if I say all black men.
Yeah, don't say
but
all.
But some black men, a lot of them, are agreeing with him, and so now it's blacks against Jews. You see how they do that? That's how it does that.
Yeah,
and
causing that division,
right? And the white man is on the side laughing.
Yeah.
Because now you two big bucket heads are going after each other.
Thank you.
And now we can just sit back and laugh because y'all doing that and I don't even have to do that.
And half the people that, like we said the other day, half the people that are supporting him, putting the little banners up, they work at the post office, they garbage
regular
collectors,
jobs.
They probably selling drugs.
They act like they
just dinky
billionaires.
jobs. But yet, yeah, you're right, Kanye. Speak for all of us. They're stepping on us. They're keeping us down.
Stupid.
Yeah, really.
So Wendy says, let's see. She talked about the Ted Cruz. Will Don the Con ever go away? If so, how? He won't.
No.
God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble and proud. Look comes before a fall.
Yeah. His fall
haughty
is
spirit
coming.
Before a fall.
Yeah.
And he's very haughty.
Yes.
His chest
that's what
is out.
Sonny kept saying. Nobody
and it's
can help
always
him. Sarah
a fall.
said he doesn't listen.
So maybe that's what he means.
Sarah said no praying, he's not listening to anyone.
And if you're praying for him, that's what it happens.
A big fall.
And once he crashes, God will rebuild him and build him up again.
Yeah.
So if his heart is truly pure, God will rebuild him up again. But he has to take a fall. He has to crash.
Ouch.
And speaking of that, CAA drops Kanye West as a client. MRC scraps his completed documentary.
Oh my.
And also his attorney.
That's the documentary we watched?
No, this is a big one that was probably supposed to go on the big screen.
Oh my goodness.
And they said it's complete too. Ready to go. They said we're not releasing it because of his anti-Semitic. Yes, dropped from his agent and his lawyer who he just hired. Dropped him.
Kanye, how can somebody who is supporting all of this just says this is okay? This is the enemy. They're just mad at him because he's coming out with the truth. They're going to fight him tooth and nail. Oh, no, this is not.
Well, people who are stupid. I told you I got back and forth with someone. You saw me on Facebook saying that what he was saying about the record industry and the Jews. And I said, but wait a minute. I said, where's the receipts? See, you have all these people, and I hate when it's black men because, like I said before, you so desperate for somebody to follow and listen to that you don't even take the time to go back and research and look and say, okay, is what he's saying true? But is show the receipts.
But
show the receipts.
But we even talked yesterday about. Okay, let's just say for sake of argument, you have receipts.
Yeah.
What is the whole purpose of you putting this information out there?
Nothing.
Why do we need to know that they're in control and you can't they control the music industry? What is that going to do?
And he's supposed to be a Christian.
Yes.
So he knows that the person or the being that has full control is God. And what is meant for you is for you.
Exactly.
You're a billionaire.
Yes.
So how are you a billionaire?
Yes.
And the white man trying to keep you down.
And keeping his foot on you or his knee on your neck.
He's just stupid.
Come on. You're not the right person to be talking about that because you make too much money.
Kanye West is no longer a client at CAA. Variety has confirmed. In addition, a completed documentary about West will be shelved in light of his recent anti-Semitic comments. MRC studio executive, whatever his name is, and Scott Tinley, whatever, announced it in a memo on Monday. So anti-Semitic.
They dropping you left and right. Commercials are dropping you. Your
and I don't want it to be just white people.
Company.
I don't want it to be just white people.
You want to see black people. I want to see
black people stand up
color
and say the same exact thing. Like Charlamagne. I want to see black people like Charlamagne say he's a Nazi. He's being used and controlled by white supremacists.
Your music industry
and we're not supporting him. But again, black people so eager to support somebody and invite them to the barbecue and welcome them in and all this other stuff.
I'm wondering if these are the same people that were not supporting Martin Luther King and his stance on loving.
Remember, they didn't like Martin Luther King when
they
he came
felt
out.
like he had no backbone. They was with the Black Panthers.
Yeah,
the Black Panthers was like, we're gonna take it by force.
Yeah. His dad, remember the Black Panther?
Yes. Yeah. He has that spirit.
Thank you.
Maybe because even though he didn't know his dad, he has that spirit.
And somebody sent me a thing and said, do research on his dad.
Ooh.
He wasn't that good of a Black Panther.
You're kidding.
Accordingly. Yeah, allegedly. They all got arrested and somehow he didn't. And he's always notice he always calling somebody a fed or you are this and you that, or how we know that don't hit home to him.
Yeah.
And that's why he's always saying it.
Yeah.
Somebody being a rat or why is everybody else locked up and yours not?
And your dad walks away free.
So why don't we do some research? Since he want to research everybody, research his dad.
Research your dad as a Black Panther.
No, I'm talking about the Black men who support him. Research his dad.
That's true. That too.
Since y'all want to research everybody.
I know. Speak truth, Kanye.
Wendy said today he has also accused Quentin Tarantino and Jamie Foxx of stealing his idea for the movie Django while they were making the song Gold Digger. They hated Malcolm and King. Exactly. Yes. And I did see that when you sent that, Wendy, because I saw it earlier when he was on Piers Morgan. He was talking about how when they did Gold Digger, Quentin Tarantino, and they stole it. And Quentin Tarantino, of course, said he's a nut job. Yeah. And Jamie.
Everybody can say
that. And what does Gold Digger, and even if you go with it, what does Gold Digger have to do with Durango?
Thank you. She ain't nothing but a gold digger. Okay. Got it. So
y'all gotta stop this. He's the type of person, like I said, with Diddy and them. You feed them with a long spoon and you love them far behind.
Far away.
Far away. Yes. Don't go close to him. Because he'll burn down anybody around him. You gotta love him from afar.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Bottom line.
So you talked about another group because Sonny was saying that everyone's dropping him.
Everybody.
Companies and corporations.
Adidas, it's funny how Adidas hasn't. And by them not doing it, people are starting to look into the history of Adidas and noticing that they may have ties to the Holocaust.
You're kidding, Kim.
And Germany.
Oh my God.
So let's look at that. Allegedly. Let's look up. Let's do the research.
Yes.
Go research Adidas and see what ties do they have back in the 1940s and the 30s.
God, during the Holocaust.
Because there's some reason why they not dropping him. Why you not dropping him?
Yeah.
If Balenciaga dropped him, we understand
that very controversial.
We understand money, and we understand that y'all lose money if y'all drop him because he's the only one that's making you money. Right. And he even said on Piers Morgan, they not gonna drop me. It's almost as if he got something on them. They ain't gonna drop me.
Things that make you go.
Things that make you go. And whatever he got on them, why can't somebody else get it?
Thank you.
That's nothing his bonehead didn't research that somebody else can't research.
That's true. Because you can easily get information now.
Now, because you're holding off, that's why it's going to be, they're going to do more research and stuff. And for Black people who keep saying, where's all this anger when they talk about Black? Look, I don't know how many times I got to say this.
What do you mean, where's all this anger?
Anger when they talk about us. Nobody drops people, and they're absolutely correct. Nobody drops people and cancels contracts and does all of that when they talk about Black people. We understand that, Negroes. Yes. Stop saying that. We know that.
We've been living it. We still living it.
We live it,
and it's a lot of it is hidden now
because they're trying to hide it. The more power you get, the more you like. What's his name?
Malcolm X.
No. Medea.
Tyler Perry.
Like Tyler Perry. He fired all of his tax people. He's in a position of power.
Yes.
So why do they owe me? Why does the government owe me $6 million or $9 million, whatever that amount is? That means you didn't do your job. So as a Black man, he walked out with his Black man self and said, all y'all fired.
Yes.
He exercised his position of power.
Remember in the movie.
That's all it is. It's about power.
And we don't know how true movies are. We know reading the books, it does give you a little bit more background with the whole Malcolm X movie. Remember when Malcolm X went down to the prison and took all of the men of Islam, walked down there to that prison and stood in front of the jail area where they had the one black guy
and the police officer
he looked and said, "Can't no man,
no man should have that much power. No man."
So yeah, there are situations where you're right. We're still living it. Black woman in power. There's companies you go to. A lot of them, it's hard to see a black woman or a woman of color that's over that whole.
Right.
That's why we get excited. We got excited when Obama became president.
Yeah.
My God, we thought that would never happen. But understand
we was excited for Kanye being a billionaire.
But understand this. This is to believers. This is to Christian believers. The word of God says the last shall be first.
And the first
shall be last. Stay on that scripture.
Right.
Because believe me, people of color are starting to rise now. And if the door opens for you for an opportunity and quit complaining that the Jews is in control or the people in Russia
or understand your buying power.
Yes.
If you're the person that is spending the most money on things,
yes,
and they say something about black people and you don't come together and say, we're not buying your boycott. We're not gonna pay, we're not gonna go to this or whatever, whoever says anything.
Watch the money.
Then they'll say, oh well, you're right, we'll drop such because you talking about money.
Yes. When you hurt that pocket.
Yeah.
And we don't boycott like we used to. In my mom's days, they would boycott in a minute. They shut the whole transportation.
But I don't like when black people get mad because another group is doing what you're supposed to do.
Thank you. And they got
LGBTQ.
Yes.
If you say something about gay people or whatever, they are going to shut you down.
And here's the funny
thing. And they
gonna
come together and say, look, if Walmart said it, we ain't going to Walmart. All of that.
And what's so funny? If you mess with animals,
the animal rights people will shut you down.
Shall we even start on the people that take care?
That man who was abusing his dog, you said. They went after him.
The football player that they was going to put under the jail?
Michael Vick.
Dog fighting. How many of y'all do dog fighting?
Michael Vick.
In the back.
When I watched Michael Vick, in my opinion, and anybody who knows football knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Michael Vick was on his way to becoming the best quarterback of all time.
Black quarterback.
He not only was precise in the way he threw that ball, but he started that running and all of that.
Yes.
Michael Vick, if he would not have gone to jail for that dog
fighting,
would, in my opinion, even greater than Tom Brady, would have been the best quarterback of all time.
Yes.
I remember watching a game with Michael Vick and my mouth was open the whole time. I felt like I was watching Michael Jordan.
Ooh, on the football field.
There was nothing they could do. They moved forward, he threw the ball. They moved back,
he either threw it or he ran.
He was perfect.
Yes.
And they knew that.
But
so when he messed up with them dogs, them animal rights people said, "Nah, you going to jail."
See, that's what it's about.
So don't get mad at somebody because they doing what your group not doing.
Yes.
How about black people come together?
Yes.
So when somebody call us nappy-headed hoes, all the black men say, Now, you're not gonna be calling black women nappy-headed
hoes. My mother, my sister, my daughters. No woman. Thank you.
Or period.
It's called a crabman mentality, though. I don't want you to get ahead, so I'm pulling you down because I want to get ahead.
And you own enough.
Yes.
That's what Wendy said, crabs in a barrel mentality.
Yes.
She said what you just said.
Thank you.
Too much power for a black man.
Yes. They scared of that. But favor.
But don't get mad. I'm telling you, every time I go online or whatever and I see black people talking about how the white man, they don't say nothing when they say something about us. They don't shut you down. They don't cancel you in because you know why? Because you're not a threat.
What's that say?
You're not a threat.
Thank you.
You don't come together.
And when you become a threat and you hurt the pocket.
When you do have somebody who has a little bit of power, like bobblehead Candace that Wendy just said, that wants to go after Black Lives Matter, says she's having a funeral, rather than her do a documentary on something to uplift the black community, she uses her platform to talk about how a organization that's black is no good.
Crab mentality.
So why would I
another black
if I was a business, why would I care if anybody talked about your group? You ain't gonna do nothing.
No, and that's not.
You're not gonna boycott. You're not gonna come together.
Right. And why would
you're not gonna do? And you're divided.
Yes. Why would I use my platform to influence to tear down something and not bring something together or build it.
But you mad that Jewish people want to cancel Kanye? Yeah. I would cancel him too.
You talking about my race?
You talking about my race? I'm gonna cancel you.
Yes,
and we know how to come together to make it happen.
Yes,
but black people don't say nothing. Shut up.
We get so
quit complaining about that when you allow people to constantly talk about black women. You don't say nothing. Black men don't say nothing. If anything, a lot of y'all co-sign it. About black women, our hair, our features, all of it, our attitude, everything. Yes. And then when somebody call us a nappy-headed hoe, y'all, I don't see y'all banding together and speaking out against that.
Right, and that's to build up our culture, our own people.
So don't say nothing.
So and don't be mad at favor. I said favor's not fair. Come on, black people and other people that are complaining.
Wendy says, some guys in prison, when I worked in a prison, told me that they would let their dogs have sex with crackheads, women, and men for entertainment. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you don't care.
Yeah, you don't care about the race. Yeah.
So if you allow it, and then y'all will sit back and talk about how rap music, all they talk about is gang banging and shooting each other and calling women's and bees and hoes. And if you allow it, if you keep buying it, why are you mad at a record label, a record company for making money off your stupidity?
Yeah, that's true.
If you're going to get up, I don't have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Y'all, you know I like them. I don't care about them. I don't care if you want to twerk. But why does every single person y'all put out is a black woman who twerks?
Oh, my goodness.
And black people allow it.
Well, they love
if you allow it, we're going to keep, But who's the next person up? Oh, let her, she twerked too? Okay, we'll keep buying the album. We don't care.
But going back to what you said, understand the power that we have, the buying power.
Thank you.
With the percentages of money and on spend on the industry, they said a lot of beauty supply stores started losing money because women were going natural.
Thank you.
The relaxers was just sitting on the shelf because a lot of women were
if beauty supply stores are losing money, think about it. And these beauty supplies are sold in Sally's and Walmart and why would there not be an attack on natural hair? Why would you not see that coming?
Yep. So
saying that you ugly with your nappy head or this or that, you have to get these products because they make you look better.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I hate when people use things and complain about it, and it's something that you allow it. And so if you're a black person and you don't like Kanye being canceled and they don't cancel when they say stuff about us, then you start boycotting when somebody says something about us.
Get your petition. Start making people sign and start doing something.
You start getting rid of somebody.
Reason why we had the Million Man March. When Farrakhan got that together, there was something going on politically that he wanted get at least 1 million men to stand with him.
Yes.
That was a big march.
Yes.
That was a big movement. We don't see that anymore.
No.
So okay.
So that's what I'm talking about. If you don't like it, then fix it. Don't sit around and complain about it.
Right.
If you want to talk about the white man owning the Jewish man owning the record industry and all these bad contracts,
company.
Do your own contract. Why don't they sign to you? Why don't all these Drake and all of them? He signed Lil Wayne. Who's distributing it?
Yeah. What did Chance?
Probably a Jewish company.
Didn't Chance do it underground? How does he do it?
Independent.
He did it independent.
But you still got to go on YouTube.
Yeah,
you still got to go on Facebook. You still got to go on.
But understand. So what? These platforms may not be owned by a person of color. Come on.
It's called working with people and not getting mad because somebody wants to cancel somebody.
Thank you.
For talking about them.
Yes, because if you guys own a company and somebody's calling y'all all kinds of N-words, they be canceled in a minute.
And it's not just talking about them.
Right.
We got to stop that. He didn't just get up there and say, I think Jews are ugly. Nobody's going after Kanye if he would have got up there and said, I think Jewish women are not attractive.
Right.
Then we can see an uproar. We would see an uproar.
Right.
Why would you cancel somebody because he think y'all ugly or whatever?
That's his opinion.
But when you say DEFCON and you say that these people have a secret mission of destroying society, you canceled.
Oh Lord. And just think, Jesus died for all of us. So he died for them too, right?
Thank you.
If you're a Christian.
When he said, or the millions of other beatings, my people, all they want is a pork chop and a movie.
She said pork chop. fried one that is too.
So don't complain.
Yeah, what
come together.
Yes, come together.
Come together and make a change. Until that happens, every woman that will be signed, most of them are going to twerk and shake their butts.
Well,
which again, I don't care if you do that. But can we have a little variety in there somewhere?
I think we do. I think we have a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
Are they promoted like that though?
I don't know.
See?
You know, they may be in a whole different genre.
Well, speaking of shaking a butt,
okay.
Cardi B, who I like. Again, I like Cardi B. But it can't have 18 Cardi B's.
Well...
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
Cardi B and Madonna reconciled following online clash.
Yep. They talked about that on The View.
My feelings were a little bit hurt because to me, Madonna is not no regular artist. Right. She's actually somebody that I really look up to, said Cardi. Cardi B and Madonna had made amends following comments after Madonna made comments reflecting on the 30-year-old anniversary of her sex coffee table book. I remember when that book came out. 30 years ago. Isn't it sad that I remember that? 30
years ago. That's scary.
I actually remember when that book came out, and that was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
30 years ago, I published a book called Sex. In addition to photos of me naked, there were photos of men kissing men, women kissing women, and me kissing everyone. Madonna wrote in an Instagram story post on Saturday. She went on to highlight the intense criticism she received at the time of the book's publication. Now, Cardi B can sing about her WAP. Kim Kardashian can grace the cover of any magazine with her naked butt, and Miley Cyrus can come in like a wrecking ball. On Saturday morning, Cardi took to Twitter to express her agitation over Madonna's post in a series of now deleted tweets. In particular, she called out the last sentence of Madonna's post, which read, "You're welcome, bees," with a clown emoji. So Cardi took that as her saying, I'll open the door for y'all. Right. You're welcome, B, and called them clowns.
Right.
So she took offense to that.
Exactly.
So of course y'all know Cardi live online.
She gonna say something,
and she lives online. We already know that. Cardi follows social media. She is somebody who follows social media.
Ma'am.
She does.
Yes.
And she does look up when somebody talking about her.
Okay.
So of course,
or alluding to her.
Alluding her. Yeah. That's why we always keep saying I give up with telling her not to always say something back.
That's her.
She ain't gonna listen.
She lives on social media.
She ain't gonna listen. Yeah. If I was in her, I'd be like, Cardi, why you gotta say something back?
That's good that she got clarification.
But anyway, she said something back, and it was back. She went and was saying she didn't like what Madonna said, and she was hurt because she felt like, I'm giving you nothing but respect. So why would you call me a bee and a clown?
A clown.
So it was a misunderstanding. Apparently Jason Lee, because I always tell you Jason Lee, he's friends with Cardi and he's friends with Madonna. He got them on the phone together.
Good.
Behind the scenes.
That's good.
And apparently Madonna must have explained to her that probably wasn't to her. Yeah. It was probably to the public. Like, you welcome, bees, a bunch of clowns.
Because they did talk about this on The View. They were saying, she's an icon. We get it.
Right.
We get it. You don't really even have to say anything.
Right.
You know, we know you opened the doors. And Whoopi, Whoopi going to come out with old school. She said, before Madonna was Pull Up to My Bumper.
Yeah. I know you're talking about Grace Jones.
Grace Jones. Controversial. Edgy. And
Wendy said,
that people didn't even realize.
Wendy said somebody needs to tell Madonna about Josephine Baker.
Thank you.
A black woman.
Thank you. Who was even told to not come into the country. They sent her to.
Well, we going back
Europe.
But we going back to what we was just saying before, y'all.
Yeah.
The same thing I was saying, Wendy. It's like Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
There wasn't rock music until he shook his hips. Even
leg.
Though everybody and their mama was shaking their hips black before him.
A white man doing it.
Madonna was a white woman doing it.
Thank you. Grace Jones was way before her.
Y'all naming black women. It doesn't exist until they do it.
And that's why Whoopi made the comment on the show. But that's
how it's always been.
We get it. They felt that the comment at the end of her little thing, maybe she didn't mean it like that, but it was received that way, the way Cardi B saw it.
So then that's why she had to go on, I guess, talk to her, and it's been cleared, and the beef has been smashed or whatever.
That's good. That's good to know.
The one good thing that I can say that I liked what she did say, Madonna, is she did say Kim Kardashian.
Oh, geez.
So it's not like she just named white people. And she said Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
So Madonna is smart enough not to name black women.
Thank you.
She didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't say Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. You know, she said Cardi B, Kim Kardashian, and Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
You can't get no whiter than Miley Cyrus.
No.
So that's why I'm okay with, because she didn't say almost like I opened the door for you black women.
Exactly.
She didn't do that.
Thank you.
She just named what she thought. She did a safe name and safe people. And that's what she didn't say. Little Kim, Nicki Minaj,
or
Cardi B,
Grace
you know,
Jones.
or you know what I'm saying. She named some white people. So Madonna's smart. She got black kids.
Yeah,
remember she got black kids.
Yeah, she does.
Madonna ain't stupid.
Okay,
so that's why
sometimes having black kids, you could still be a little ignorant.
Well, her kids go. I believe her daughter. Well, I know Angelina Jolie's daughter goes to Spelman.
Okay.
I believe Madonna, one of her kids, y'all can look it up, goes to a HBCU.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they do actually raise them.
They don't have the experience that what Colin had showing his documentary on how his white parents were.
No.
Because they kind of was out of touch.
They actually, I can't say that about Madonna and Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Touch more with their
they understand that there's a connection that needs to be there with their children of color. And so they don't sway away from it.
Good.
They almost push them into it, to be honest.
And that's why some people are even complaining about white people or people that's of other races raising black kids.
Right.
I'm thinking whoever loving
parent. I don't care. Yeah.
Any loving parent.
And then they have a problem.
Matter what color your kids
Why
are.
would you have a problem with somebody raising a black kid? You want them to sit in a building and for the rest
and be in the adoption ages?
Y'all are stupid.
See how we complain about anything. Just
rather
everything.
than somebody bringing them in and giving them love.
Yes.
It's stupid.
No matter what color they are.
Stupid. I told you people are morons.
Oh, I tell you.
But anyway.
Okay, but that's good they cleared that beef.
What you say, Mom? Some people. No, I say people are morons.
No, she meant...
If you know you're not a moron, you don't fit that.
I'm trying to say Kim means people who feel that way.
Yeah.
Is a moron.
We're not going to do that every show.
No, but that's a disclaimer. Like when we're driving. Oh, by the way, she's driving. Because you still get people to say... How you driving and you doing the little video?
And if I'm saying people are morons and I'm a person, then that means I'm calling myself a moron.
Well, they don't know about all that.
But I'm saying
they
that's
just knowing that you calling them one.
No, I said people are.
People can be.
Yeah.
Not are. You don't know.
I'm not changing that. And if I do
I'll just clean it up. Don't worry.
You have to clean up. If I have to do that, y'all won't see the show no more.
No worries. I'll clean it up for you.
It'll be Lenore on the show by herself.
People who feel that way.
Yeah.
Are morons because you shouldn't care.
Wendy said Chinese pulled together and got that bill passed in a few days when they were being beat up. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They know how to come together.
With the Chinese pandemic, it's the China flu or whatever he called
it.
They got
that. You not. No, you not.
That was comb over. Teasing, and there people was beating them up on the streets. Are you kidding me? And then people from the Middle East, people that were a Muslim race, pulling off their hats, their coverings. They're going to come together. They're going to come together and they're going to shut it down.
Yes. But black people, they get mad when they don't shut stuff down with us. Well, boycott it then.
Yeah.
Don't buy their product. Go read
the pocketbooks.
Hurt the pocketbooks.
Yes.
But why are we even saying that? That's common sense.
It's a waste of time. Yeah.
It's common sense.
Ahead. They'll be complaining till, the end of the world.
So Black Adam. Okay. We're going to see that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Black Adam tallies 67 million in domestic debut. First film opening since July to top 50 million.
Oh my God, Black Adam.
We're going to see that tomorrow.
We're going to see that tomorrow. We'll give you an update on it.
Do you know who's in it?
My mom.
They rock.
Oh, my mom. She love to rock. She don't care who that one man army is. It can be The Rock. I can name every Schwarzenegger, all of the one man armies. She don't even have to know the storyline.
She like
I like him. Mama, you don't know what's going on. I don't care. He's winning.
Black Adam stormed into theaters this weekend, snaring 67 million domestically. It is the first film since Disney and Marvel Studios' Thor, which we haven't seen yet, in July to tally more than 50 million during this debut. We kept wanting to see Thor when we was on the cruise. We never went to see it. All we had to do was go downstairs in the movie theater on the cruise ship, and we never did.
Right.
The Warner Brothers film also marked star Dwayne Johnson's largest domestic opening as a leading man.
Yep.
Premium formats, including IMAX, Dolby Cinema, and large format cinema screens, accounted for around 33% of the film's domestic ticket sales. A thing that I like about this, I don't think this article says this, is that he said that he wanted to give young black men and young little boys of color another superhero to look at. That was one of his motivations for doing it.
A superhero of color.
Yeah, another one. Because there's Black Panther.
Yeah.
But he wanted to give another one.
Isn't Spawn, Spawn is not DC, is he?
Spawn is a superhero. He just said he wanted another one.
Oh, okay.
So that young black boys.
And the Hispanic one. He's a superhero. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. So I like that.
Oh, I love diversity.
Yeah. And his name is Black Adam.
And the superhero. Yeah, Black Adam. Which everybody says the original man.
I love The Rock.
Oh.
He was on his social media and he was driving down the street or something, and there was some girl standing outside. She couldn't get into the studio or something to say hi or something to him. And the little girl, she had a little sign out, and he made them pull the car over. He got out of the car, went over to her. She couldn't believe it. He hugged her and he said, "Oh, you couldn't get," or whatever. And she got better than anybody. She got him to come up to her. And he's also just a nice guy.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff that The Rock has done. Just a nice,
controversial.
What is controversy? Oh, you said he hasn't been.
He hasn't been.
No, and I hope he stays like that.
Yeah, stay clean.
I like you, Rock.
Yeah.
And he steers away from controversy. He's smart.
Didn't you say something about him and his sister, or it was something with his family that he... Okay. It'll come back to me. It was something you gave an update about what he did for his...
The Rock? Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
Well, anyway, I love The Rock. Ma, you love The Rock, don't you? He's a good guy. He's cute. He's good looking. He has a nice body. Look at his body.
I was hoping there was a part 2 when he showed up in Why Did I Get Married? Janet Jackson was leaving,
and he said hi.
He said hi to her. I was like, "Oh, is this going somewhere?"
Well, if he does it, Why Do I Get Married Again?
Yeah,
he'll probably bring him in, right?
That'll be nice because he met her at the car. Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, The Rock.
Yes,
that is Why Did I Get Married. They do another one.
Yeah,
they probably
would be the third one.
He probably cost
her husband had died.
He cost so much money now. Tyler Perry's like, I can't get him now.
Tyler can, yeah.
The Rock would do it. He would have to do it for a price cut.
Yeah.
He would have to, as a cameo again.
Yeah, maybe a cameo.
And Janet. Both of them. Yeah. A cameo at the
end. She
has
to be in it because she's one of the ladies.
No, she could be a cameo though. She
was big then. When she was in
No, I'm
shows.
saying to get both of them now is big.
Oh, well.
Have a cameo and say, hey, what's going on with you guys? And they come on the phone or something, Zoom or something. Say, we got a little kid now and a little Rock running around. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I gave that to you for free, Tyler. All right, here we go.
Tyler trying to get a Whoopi Goldberg's movie.
And I love Tyler Perry too. I love good people.
I like people who are making things happen.
Or just good people.
But I'm saying good people making things happen. Yeah. Tyler is opening doors he's doing it himself. He's not sitting there complaining about the Jews controlling.
Just a bit.
He's got his own studio and just opening the doors for people who will come acting.
And he's tapping into the money that black people. You think a lot of white people went to see Madea? Nah. That was Negroes who went to see Madea.
Oh gosh.
He tapped into that resource of the black people and said, we can build this even within. Yes. You don't have to get validation from somebody else. Yes. I love that.
Yes. So Tyler Perry, thumbs up.
Stay that way.
My brother.
Okay. Thank you.
And Black Adam, we hoping that this is a good movie like that.
Thank you. And I like how he said he wanted to give young black boys and little boys of color another superhero.
Aww, Black
I like that. So much success.
They may be the Black Adam outfits for Halloween.
No, they're going to be Jeffrey Dahmer.
I know they talked about that too. They said they're trying to. I think one store has removed their outfits, but other stores still are selling them.
His father was on the news today. Jeffrey Dahmer. Some lady drove up and pulled her underwear off and threw them on his lawn, and his caregiver.
What is that gonna do?
His caregiver had to
pick him up,
go out there and burn him. They turned his father into a celebrity where they throwing underwear at him. Dahmer's he's a celebrity. He's thinking about suing Netflix, his dad, because they turned his crazy son into a superhero.
There's nothing they can do about that. You put a documentary or a story on somebody,
but did they
go by what
I didn't watch it, but I didn't watch it. Did they make him mean and eerie, or did they make him more?
Did y'all? Any of you guys listen to us? Did y'all watch the Dahmer?
So it does depend on how they portrayed him in it. So I don't know.
Okay,
but anyway, your donkey of the day. You want a donkey of the day?
Yes.
New York City man arrested after allegedly killing a victim who confronted him for not saying thank you.
Mental illness.
The man held the door. The man held the door open for the other guy.
And he didn't say thank you.
And he came in and the guy didn't say thank you.
And he killed him. He killed him because he didn't say thank you.
He didn't say thank you. Edwin Pedroza, 42, was arrested on Friday for allegedly fatally stabbing a man who confronted him for his bad manners after opening the door of a smoke shop for him, according to police.
They have it on film?
I don't know. I'm not watching it. Okay. That might be it. On September 20th at around 11:30 p.m., Joan Nuez, 37, opened the door of a smoke shop in Brooklyn, for Edwin Pedroza, 42. When Pedroza walked in without saying thank you, Nunes confronted him, which led to a verbal dispute, according to the police.
Oh my goodness.
Video shared by the NYPD appears to show Nunes in white and Pedroza, engaging in a physical dispute inside the smoke shop at one point.
The girl's name.
Pedroza appears to push Nunes against a wall as he holds his hands up.
It must be more to that. It has to be.
Well, I'm sure they said stuff, but it started off.
He confronted him, and then his response was probably negative. Made him even more mad because he was already confronting him for not saying thank you. So his response, we don't know if he would have said, "Oh man, I'm sorry, thank you," and he would have left him alone.
That was your donkey of the day.
Oh, that is a big donkey. And that's concerning because you don't know this day and age. That's why I said, God, please protect me and my family as we go places, angels encamped around us, cover us, keep us from harm, because we may be at that moment where that person just go off. We didn't close the door, open the door for them. We stepped on their toe. Our basket may have hit their basket. You don't know.
People are crazy.
You don't know.
Wendy says, creepy. She must be talking about Dahmer. I could only take 2 episodes. The acting was too good. Ooh. It was morbid.
So
I heard the acting was good too.
From what she's saying, that's creepy. Then how he gonna be a star from this?
People love it.
Oh my God! I don't know if he has a lawsuit though. The dad.
I don't know.
Because they can't control how people respond to movies and documentaries.
I know he's sued because he was saying they don't need to do another documentary.
Well, I'm sorry. Because look what happened on January 6th. Duh.
Is somebody doing a documentary on that? Somebody should do not a documentary, but a movie.
On January 6th?
January 6th.
Somebody probably writing it, I bet you.
Somebody probably writing that.
I bet you.
If y'all not writing that, somebody write that.
January 6th incident. Okay.
And follow a family. It don't even have to be a real family, but it could be a combination of a bunch of families. Mm-hmm. Follow them to the protest. Mm-hmm. Follow them at the thing with Comb over speaking, and follow them going into the Capitol. And then what happens? Go into the Capitol, storm the Capitol, leave, go home, try to have your life go back regular.
You're on the news.
And then you get arrested.
Yeah. They're coming
now you have a trial.
Dad, remember when you went to the
and the one guy whose son told on him. So that's part of the movie. Somebody writing this.
They got to.
Somebody writing this, y'all. I know I'm not that brilliant, even though Kanye would say he came up with it.
If they all writing books, everything they writing it.
They are. Yeah. They writing it. We want a documentary on it. We want
not a documentary, a movie.
A show on it.
A movie. And then he turns his dad in, and then they come get his dad, and he's arrested or whatever. And the town turns against the boy.
Yeah. Ooh.
For turning his dad in. So now it's a problem because the town is after this boy. He was doing the right thing.
Exactly.
But the town supported this because they're a bunch of eggheads and white supremacists. Well, moron.
Okay.
And white supremacists.
Okay.
And then there's should a black person be the one that come and save the day?
No. I mean, it'll be to the truth.
No, we need somebody to come in, a star.
What do you mean to save the day?
Like Denzel Washington or something to come in and save the day. No,
I don't know.
All right,
you may be onto something, but I don't know.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to end the movie.
I see what you're saying, though.
I don't know how to end the movie. The father goes to jail. The son realizes whatever that he did the right thing, and maybe it depends on what type of movie we want. If we want like a superhero type of movie, like Mama's One Man Army thing, it'll be a guy coming in to help keep the boy from the town, messing him up or something. Okay. Or if we want a feel-good movie, you see what I'm saying? Where it's a trial type of thing. Right. Then the boy will go to trial, and then we get to see what happens when he leaves trial from his dad being on trial.
I don't know, because you may not necessarily be just on that story. There's some other ones, like the lady who got shot. The other person, it was certain
I get what you're saying, like the movie Traffic.
Yes.
You follow 4 families.
Yes, that got involved in this.
That's a good one.
And there's a storyline for each
4
one.
different families that we're putting this out there, even though it's 5 people in the room. 4 or 5 different families, and you follow them for that insurrection.
The whole leading up into this.
And what happens to them after.
Yep.
The difference in each
like
family.
Her situation, she gets shot because she got shot there.
And the family has to deal with that, her death. And that one black guy that was in there, put him in there. He's automatic. Because he got to go back to the hood or wherever he went from.
You was there too. Yeah, I was
Dude, we saw you. You was the only black guy there.
I wasn't doing nothing. I was just standing.
So there you go. That's a good one. Okay. Like the movie Traffic.
Okay.
And they all end up at the same place.
Yes.
Coming from different parts of life.
And different outcomes. Because I think 1 or 2 got arrested. They're still doing an investigation. And the one lady got killed.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Wendy said, show the defecating in the building pigs. He did the guy on the steps to guard. He did save the day. Oh yeah, that black guy,
black man.
He could be one of the storylines.
Yes.
That's a good one, Wendy.
Thank you.
See, we're gonna write this together.
Yeah.
He's one of the storylines. So not all the people are the ones that came there. The storyline,
exactly.
One of the guards, like that black man who led them away.
It's a movie, remember? So you're gonna go in different directions.
The guard on the steps that saved the day, and he led them away from a room full of senators. So that's a good one.
And the people playing the senators and those positions.
One of the storylines can be a congressman who actually gave information on how they could get in,
like they're saying, because the movie would show them doing a tour before. And he was looking down the hallway, looking at the different points in there. They showed that on the video too, as well.
And the meeting in the garage with that group.
Yes. Because there's 2 men. I think there's 2 groups. So this would be a good one.
Tell me that ain't a good movie, y'all.
That would be a good one, and we'll all watch it.
Different, like Traffic. Different people from different aspects of that story.
Leading up into that incident.
Yep. All right. If nobody has already written it to our 5 people that's in the line, online, we giving you that storyline for free.
Exactly. So,
because I don't feel like writing it.
Okay.
You can write it. All right.
Well.
All right, y'all. So is that it?
Oh, let me do I had to sign in. Okay.
Okay. Don't forget. Oh, let me go back to my, hold on. Don't forget to like, share. And subscribe.
And always believe.
And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.